Hey, it's Michelle coming to you with some kitchen inspiration. It's my husband's birthday and I'm making his favorite dish, which is lasagna. So in my 5-quart saucepan, which is 11 inches wide and 3 inches deep, I have a combination of Italian sausage, sweet Italian sausage, and ground beef, a pound of each. And I browned them up using my mix and chopper. This comes in black, but this was an old one from Help with Cancer campaign. Works good though. You can see it gets the pieces nice and small. So that was the first step I did. The second step I did was I took some good quality pepperoni and my kitchen shears, and I cut them in quarters. And then I took my whole milk mozzarella. That makes a huge difference. I always use whole milk ricotta and whole milk mozzarella. Makes a huge difference. And I grated my mozzarella up. So that's the pre-steps that I did. And let me tell you, when you're making food, you want it to taste good. It's really important that you use really good quality ingredients. It's worth it to spend a little bit extra and make the food taste better. So my favorite ricotta cheese is Palio, but I couldn't get it. So this is my second favorite, which is the Galbani brand, which is really good. I also like the Palio. I like the Palio generally better, but they don't have it in my store. But they have Galbani. Whole milk, really important. The sauce I'm going to use is the Rouse tomato basil. This is what I'll use when I don't make my own marinara for this, okay? So just a choice. And I also am going to use Pecorino Romano, okay? That's important. Sorry, my water's boiling over here, and I need to dump my stuff in it real fast. Okay, so I've got my stoneware rectangular baker. This is a 9x13 size, 3 inches deep, glazed outside. So first thing I'm gonna do is put some sauce in the bottom, okay? And now I use extra sauce in my lasagna, and the reason that I do this is because I don't boil the noodles. So if you want to skip boiling the noodles, extra sauce will soak into your noodles, and then it you don't need to. I also use the no boil noodles. I like these Brillo ones. So they don't require boiling, which is good, because I have very distinct childhood memories of my mother boiling lasagna noodles and then hanging them all over the kitchen so she could get them out of the pot before they got too soft. But before, you know, she wasn't ready to use them quite yet. So I was just like, oh, nobody wants to do that. It's a pain. So these no boil ones are so much easier. And if you use enough sauce, they taste just the same. So I like to fill in the edges I like to make sure I kind of cover every edge. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put more sauce on because I like a layer of sauce on both sides of my noodles. This is just a cheater's way of doing this. Okay. I also just really like a lot of sauce when I eat pasta. So that's a personal preference. So it's completely up to you how you're doing this, how you do it. But I wanted to show you how we do it because people are always like, your lasagna is the best. And let me tell you, you know, it's from my mom and my grandma and my Aunt Lucille. They all make it the same way. So we know how to make good food. Okay, so what I do is I do 3 layers of lasagna. My first layer is going to be a meat layer. And so I'm going to take about half of this ground beef and sausage mixture. I bought my sausage outside of the casing already, which was nice because usually I buy it in the casing and then I have to take the casing off before I cook it. So this was it was really nice to just buy it already out of the casing. All right. So I'm going to put the layer of meat there, and I'm going to put about half of this pepperoni on here. Pepperoni really makes the difference in the flavor of this food, let me tell you. I mean, come on, we all love pepperoni pizza, so of course we're going to love pepperoni in our lasagna. It does make it, oops, get a hole there. Makes a difference. Okay, so this is the first layer. Now I'm gonna have to wash off my greasy hands. Give me a second. Yeah, I can't even, because there's no way I can touch anything because the spoons are gonna slide right out of my hands. And I realized that I forgot to do a step. So I'm gonna move this lasagna pan for a moment. And I'm going to switch to this bowl I'm going to have right here. I forgot to prep my ricotta cheese. So, ugh, I told you my hands are slippery. I can't even get the ricotta cheese open because my hands are sliding right off of it. All right, okay, there we go. So I'm gonna take about, this is a 2-pound container. I'm gonna take about half of it out of here, so about 1 pound. And I'm gonna add some oregano, because in our family, no, I mean basil, excuse me, I said the wrong thing. We never put oregano. This is oregano. Put the wrong thing out. We never put oregano in our spaghetti type of things. We've learned that we don't like it that way. So I'm gonna put some fresh, this was fresh basil that I dried, that's why it's purple. Doesn't matter what kind of basil you use. But I grow it in my kitchen, and then at the end I dry it and then I use it. Okay, so I put that in, and I'm gonna put some garlic in. So I'm gonna put a couple cloves of garlic in here. I'm gonna put 3, I guess. Just 3 nice big ones, or maybe this is 4. No, it's 3. Okay, so I'm gonna squeeze my garlic right into my ricotta cheese here. With our garlic press. Press that in. Flip that open. Pull out the peel, put in a couple more pieces. You don't have to take the peels off when you use our Pampered Chef garlic press. It's one of the best things about it. Okay. And I got just 1 more, and then I'm going to mix that in. I do the same adjusting of the ricotta when I make stuffed shells. I like it with some garlic and some seasoning in it. Just think that the ricotta tastes better that way. But if you get a really good ricotta, that helps too. Okay. All right, good. Now let's go back to our lasagna. Okie doke. So we're gonna put a little sauce on these noodles. Put them in here face down. This is so technical, isn't it? I like to do things the super easy way. Why work hard if you don't have to? Okay. Oops. Dripping stuff everywhere. It's funny because I had a white shirt on and I took it off because I was like, I'm going to work on the lasagna. I need to take off this white shirt. Because I know when I get near spaghetti sauce, some always winds up on me. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I'm not exactly a neat cook. All right. This is why I have a couple of cans, a couple of jars of sauce. Like I have 3 jars out here because I know it takes me a lot of jars of sauce to make lasagna. Because I like it saucy. All right. These are my daughter's noodles. I have one child who is a vegetarian, so I need to make her some lasagna without meat. So that's what I got going on over there. Okay, here we go. There's our sauce. And now we're gonna layer all this ricotta in here. So I only put ricotta in 1 layer. I do 2 layers of meat and 1 layer of ricotta. It's up to you how you do it. And then on the top, it gets a layer of that mozzarella that I grated. So this is easy. I'm gonna put another layer of lasagna noodles. Then I'm gonna do another layer of the sausage, ground beef, and pepperoni. And then I'm going to do mozzarella on top, and that's it. And then I'll pop it in the oven at 350 and just let it cook until the cheese on the top is completely melted, but it's also like that it's hot, really hot and bubbly. because you want your, you want your lasagna to be cooked all the way through the middle. That's one of the reasons I do it in the stoneware pan, because it actually gets thoroughly cooked all the way through the middle. So to me, that's a big deal. I want the lasagna cooked all the way through the middle. It helps, I just realized I did this opposite way. It helps when you go to cut it. It doesn't fall apart as much if you have cooked it thoroughly through the middle. All right, so that's my story. If you guys have any questions, or share with me how you do your lasagna if you do it differently than I do. I always like to hear your ideas. Like, I shared my cake recipe yesterday, and I got so many good ideas that I can't wait to try them. So I really love that. I love it when people share, because I get all kinds of fun new ways to do things. So share with me what you guys do that is different than what I do. Or if you just do it exactly like I do, let me know that too, because I like to hear those kinds of things. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back in a little bit to do some peanut butter frosting.